Hi guys, my name is Ruthie and
I'm Naomi.
we've always looked forward to doing this and we're finally doing it. But first let's show you where we are. You can see some little hills there and then I don't know whether you can see that clearly. That's the Naomi's gonna introduce that.
So right now we're in Hastings, but we've gone on a little bit of a trip. So we're outside of Hastings, in the Seven Sisters region. We're just taking a little bit of a day trip right now. And right now we're actually sitting over the edge, near the edge of a cliff, near a really big, nice open body of water, enjoying the views, reflecting on life, thinking about things. So this is my birthday weekend, and yesterday was my birthday. Now I'm 24. I'm getting very old. And we've been having so many rich conversations with each other and with all of the guests at the host house that we've been living at. And something that Ruthie and I have been talking about for a while, but has been really relevant this weekend, I think, is the idea of discovering your inner child. And we had a phenomenal experience yesterday with being able to play music, although none of us know how to play music. And I feel like all of us in that moment kind of felt like children again. And the person who was leading it told us that the song we were playing was the song he plays with his 5-year-old and 6-year-old students. But we all had that opportunity of like failing at something and sucking at it and like embracing that and learning and trying new things. And that's one of my mottos for this year, embracing my inner child and discovering my inner child. So I have a question for Ruthie.
Okay, go ahead.
So thinking about the experiences we've had this weekend and what you want for yourself in this next year before 2021, in what ways do you think that you can better embrace your inner child before the end of the year?
Okay, that's a lovely question. Thank you, Naomi. So yesterday morning were we had gone for a run with our housemates, but we ended up not doing the run, and we ended up walking barefoot along a nice shore. We'll probably include pictures to this video. And I remember I remember us seeing a small kid walking along the beach with the dad, and he looked so excited. He was so in the moment. And then we met another family, and there was a young kid in his simple sport shoes, and he was jumping along a puddle of water because water had retreated back into the ocean. Yes, and I remember us asking, what's going on in the mind of a child who sees the ocean for the first time or sees something spectacular for the first time? And that got me thinking, that's how I want to step into my next coming year. I want to embrace things as if they were new for the first time and just be in the moment. And then something else which I picked from this lovely birthday weekend is, am I answering the question? Is yesterday when we were having the music session, we were just talking about it as we were hiking to this place, and the family that's hosting us invited a couple of their other friends. They're quite elderly. I think we're the only ones who are pretty young, and they were so present. I think I was the only one who kept on checking my phone for messages. All of them, I didn't see any of their phones. They weren't keen on taking videos like I was, which I don't feel guilty about. But one thing I appreciated about them was they were in the moment. They had set to come for 7 and they were leaving around 10:30, but all throughout they were present and they engaged each other, and I was like, that's what I want to have. I want to know people in that kind of way. I want to be able to host people. I think if I do that, if we do that, we'll be able to experience other people fully, because I think we live in a society where we spend so much time with each other, but we don't know what people are going through, because how do you expect people to open up if we're in the moment? We are together, but you're not in the moment, you're not present. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I love the idea of having more intentional gatherings, time where we're intentionally spending time together. Because like Ruthie is saying, we spend a lot of time maybe virtually with each other. We spend time seeing each other's Facebook statuses and LinkedIn updates. But how much time do we spend like face to face speaking with each other and like experiencing life together, and that's what life is really all about. So kind of rearranging priorities and thinking about how can I have more intentional time with other people, and make memories, perhaps that don't need to be recorded, perhaps can be recorded, etc. But
Yeah.
those are all really good things to do.
Yeah. My turn to ask a question. Okay, just the few days you've spent here, what do you think? Is there anything you've seen and you're like, why haven't I been doing this before? Why did I have to wait till this past few days for me to start thinking this way or to start doing things in this way? Does that make sense?
It's a deep question.
Feel free to take time to think about it. Meanwhile, I can be showing you. Okay, keep on rotating the phone that way. Yeah. This view looks good. The sun is here, that's why
Nice. Okay.
it looks lovely. Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking right now of two things. They also go along the line of following your inner child. So today, actually, we had 30 minutes while I was waiting for our host Catherine to get ready for our short little day trip, and I decided to practice drawing one of our housemates. And I'm so bad at drawing, but it's mainly because I just haven't tried drawing. Just as with anything, if you've never tried it, you're initially bad. And I feel like when you get older, you become so self-conscious about the things that you don't know how to do, so you don't do them.
That's me.
Ruthie is an example yesterday. Perhaps she'll speak on that. But and we all experience it. So because I didn't know how to draw, I was self-conscious about even asking people if I could practice drawing them, because then they'd want to see what it looks like, and then they would be like, "Don't quit your day job. Keep being an engineer. Don't draw." But I had a great time. The picture looks quasi similar to Jody.
You did well, actually. Yeah.
But what matters most is that I enjoyed myself, and I was fully focused on this one thing that I was doing, and I'm proud of what I did, and I know that I can become much better if I want to. But even still, it's something that I know in my earlier 20s and late teens, it's not something I would have spent my time on because I knew I wasn't going to be good at it. And that's really silly. Life is about experiences and doing things that like bring you joy, and that brought me joy, even though it wasn't particularly that nice. The second thing that I was thinking of, it's just escaped my memory. Give me a second. Let me see if it comes back.
Maybe I'll just take like a panorama.
Rephrase the question again. Let me see if it comes back if you repeat the question. Do you
So,
remember?
let me see whether I can remember the question. So, from the past few days you spent here, is there something that you feel, or did you at some moment feel like, why haven't I been doing this before? Why have I been suppressing myself from exploring this side more? And I think you answered quite well with the drawing part, because sometimes the fear of not being good enough can stop you from doing something. And yet,
Okay, I remember. The second thing was just even the fact that we were taking this holiday, and that I've intentionally decided that I'm not going to be doing work during this time, is something that I have actively worked to change my thinking about taking breaks in the past year and a half or so. But something that I know a few years ago I couldn't have fathomed taking such a break and just existing and enjoying everything that's around, and all of that. So I think just the trip in general is just something that I know I want to keep doing more of, and I have been doing more of, and I'm very happy that I've been continuing to do more of.
wow, those are good responses. Should I answer the same question too? Should I?
Yeah.
I think for me is my perception on cooking has changed too. I love cooking sometimes.
Yeah, you love cooking. Who are you fooling?
Yeah, and just watching our host, she's called Catherine, like prepare dishes. there's so much love that she puts into it, and abundance, and just learning new recipes, fixing pies, and making it so seamless. Like there's no stress into it. She's able to bring together little things, like from bread. She's able to get the softer part and make a whole, what is the name, trickle
Treacle
tart.
tart, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Delicious.
yeah, so she has it as a pastry base, and then she puts lots of berries. Of course, you cook the berries in a light syrup, and then you fill the base, the bread base with it. See, simple things, and the berries we pick them from. There's something, yeah, lots of berries grow around, especially during summer, which is sadly ending. Yeah, and I was like, wow, look at that. And just having people come together to share that, it creates some form of bond of a nice simple meal. And then she'll take the crusts, the sides of the bread that she cut to make the tart, and dry them in the oven, and they become like cheese dips. I was like, what's that? How comes I've never tried this before? Yeah, so I'm looking forward to exploring new recipes. Yeah, just forming a new love with cooking, and hopefully bringing people together through cooking. Yeah, and just sharing love. I think cooking is a great, great place or avenue to show love. Yeah, that's me. I'm going back home with lots of recipes in mind.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We're eagerly looking forward to trying your new recipes.
you you'll be helping me
And
out
helping
too.
cook.
Yeah. Is there anything else, or
I think this is good for
this
the
is good?
first episode.
Yeah, we've always been wanting to have this. We don't know what to call it yet, but yes. Thank you for joining. Let us know what you think. We don't have subscribe yet, but maybe when the time will be right, we'll be like, please hit that button down. Bye.